Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck's relationship has been a whirlwind of ups and downs. From their highly publicized marriage to their seemingly amicable split, fans have always been curious about whether these two could ever rekindle their romance. After all, they've been co-parents, friends, and even recently seen together more than ever. But despite all of this, there's a compelling argument that Ben Affleck doesn't deserve another chance with Jennifer Garner. Let's explore why. 1. The emotional rollercoaster. Trust is gone. The foundation of any strong relationship is trust, and unfortunately, it's something that was severely tested throughout Jennifer and Ben's marriage. Their time together was marred by Ben's struggles with addiction, a situation that Jen herself has spoken about with great emotion. When trust is broken, it's incredibly hard to rebuild, no matter how many years have passed or how much time you spend together. In the years after their split, Jennifer has constantly maintained that her priority is her children and their happiness. Seeing how Ben's past issues have affected him, she may have tried to support him, but trust is something that just doesn't come back overnight. 2. The public pressure and unwanted scrutiny. When Ben and Jennifer were together, their relationship was constantly under a microscope. Everything they did, from family outings to personal moments, was dissected by the media. Even after their divorce, the attention hasn't stopped. Fans and media outlets have long speculated whether Jennifer and Ben would get back together, but for Jennifer, this continuous public scrutiny can't be healthy. Being constantly watched and talked about puts a strain on anyone, but when a relationship has already seen so many highs and lows, adding the pressure of the media can only make things worse. Jennifer has spent so many years being the stable figure in her children's lives, and that includes shielding them from the chaos of a relationship that would undoubtedly bring more attention than she likely wants in her life. 3. Ben's addiction struggles, a never-ending cycle. Ben's past struggles with alcoholism have been well documented, and while he's shown a great deal of strength in seeking help and staying sober, there's no denying the toll it took on his marriage. Jennifer stood by him through many difficult moments, but when addiction enters the picture, it's a game changer. Jennifer's patience and support were unwavering, but at some point, the emotional strain becomes too much. Addiction doesn't just affect the person going through it, it deeply impacts everyone around them, especially those who love them. It's possible that Jennifer's love for Ben was strong enough to keep her by his side for as long as she did, but no one should have to sacrifice their own happiness for someone else's recovery. That emotional labor is draining, and sometimes it's best for both parties to move forward. 4. Moving forward. Jennifer's happy, stable life. Since their split, Jennifer has built a life for herself that's centered on her children, career, and her own happiness. She's found stability with her boyfriend, John Miller, and seems genuinely content. Jennifer has learned to prioritize her own peace of mind, and that's incredibly important after going through the trauma of a turbulent marriage. It's clear that Jennifer doesn't need Ben to be complete. While she still maintains a friendship with him for the sake of their kids, that doesn't mean she should fall back into a relationship that brought so much uncertainty. Her happiness isn't tied to her past with Ben, and she seems focused on moving forward, without looking back. 5. The co-parenting dynamic. It's all about the kids. Despite all the drama, Ben and Jennifer have managed to keep their relationship civil for the sake of their 3 children. They've co-parented in a way that ensures their kids have a stable environment, even if their parents aren't romantically involved. This is one of the most commendable aspects of their post-divorce relationship, and it shows just how committed they are to putting their kids first. However, as much as they work well together in a co-parenting role, it's crucial to remember that a romantic relationship is vastly different. Ben and Jennifer have mastered the art of being good parents to their children, but that doesn't mean they need to be romantic partners again. 6. Ben's public relationships. Does he really change? In the time since their divorce, Ben has been linked to multiple relationships, including a high-profile marriage to Jennifer Lopez, which has since ended. One thing that has become evident is that Ben's personal life seems to be full of cycles. He's often in the headlines for his relationships, breakups, and struggles, which continue to raise questions about whether he's really changed for good. 7. The "what could have been" myth. A lot of fans still hold on to the idea that Jennifer and Ben were meant to be, that they're each other's soulmates, and that their love story is one for the ages. While it's tempting to romanticize the idea of them getting back together, sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones that end. Jennifer has done everything she could to make her marriage work, but sometimes relationships just don't survive despite the effort. Moving on from Ben doesn't mean she didn't love him, it simply means that she's learned to love herself more. Jennifer has grown as an individual, and she no longer needs to define herself by her past with Ben. She's a strong, independent woman who knows what she wants, and getting back with Ben would only undo that progress.